Well, I declare, after seeing poor Mr. Barnard collapse, my heart's all aflutter. I guess that's what happens when you live the high life, with that rich food and all.
It is a terrible thing, of course, and so avoidable. Why, in my home village of Deso, there were at least 12 people over the age of 100. The Japanese diet of sashimi and rice is conducive to a long and healthy life.
Sashimi? Well, I don't believe I know what that is, Mr. Kudasai. Is that some kind of stew?
Not quite, Miss Dunn. It's raw fish. And served stone cold, if I'm correct. Mr. Kudasai?
Hey, quite right, Peterson. Raw fish as well as eel, octopus, shellfish.
Oh, how disgusting. Why, you men are making fun of me. Raw octopus indeed. Now, personally, I find all those slimy fish creatures revolting. I wonder if the galley has any gravy in the grill.
Monsieur Snorer, I would have a word with you. It is becoming increasingly obvious that your country is arming itself in preparation for offensive invasion of your neighbors, and I want to hear it from your own lips.
Herr Leclerc, I think these are hardly the circumstances for a political discussion on the future of Europe. However, your assertion that Germany is preparing for invasion is nonsense. We are merely exercising the right of any free nation to defend itself against aggression.
My friend, the escalation of your military expansion is totally out of proportion to any defensive need. Besides, you have a personal stake in an invasion. Are not the Schnorrer munitions factories the largest in Germany, thus allowing you to become obscenely rich off the slaughter of Europe?
Be at ease, my friend. My business is indeed munitions. Defensive munitions. But how is that business different from your own? If I may be so blunt, you profit from the drunkenness of your own countrymen. No, your indignant outrage is tainted by your own hypocrisy. Besides, the product is irrelevant. We have much in common, each contributing to the good of the general economy by producing finished goods from raw materials. Is this not true?
Yes, Herr Schnorr, raw materials. In your case, steel or nitrates. Or perhaps mercuric chloride?
You are very perceptive, Fräulein. As a matter of fact, we do use mercuric chloride in some of our processes. It is an essential ingredient, but also a dangerous one. As you know, it is very poisonous.
So, Mrs. Shepherd, it must be very exciting to be escorted by the Crown Prince of Egypt.
Who? Moshe? Oh, yeah, he's quite a guy. A girl couldn't ask for more attention. You know, even when he's acting jealous, I think he's kind of cute. And he makes me feel warm all over. You know what I mean. Anyway, now that those thugs in the pinstripe suits are not bothering him anymore, he's been real generous. And we have a great time.
Thugs? Oh, like a Japanese yakuza.
Oh, it was kind of hard to explain. But, well, I guess Mojo liked to play the ponies, and he was having a streak of tough luck. And those bozos were giving him a hard time about forking over the dough he owed them. Anyway, he was having to watch where he was going, 'cause these guys would always be hanging around, and he was giving Mojo the willies. Me too, I guess. Anyway, that's all over now, and those hoods went away, thanks to that nice man right over there. Hiya, Mr. Schnorrer. Hi.
So Mojo, Prince Farouk, was into the mob for some gambling losses, and Schnorrer fixed it. But at what cost?
Senor Peters, I am aware of your interest in the death of that customs official, Gerald Weltner, and I heard something I think you should know.
Okay, I'll bite. What's on your mind, Cabron?
Earlier on this flight, Senorita Dunn seemed very nervous when that newspaper reporter, Senorita Simmons, suggested Weltner might have been murdered because he had been taking bribes from someone who had become dissatisfied with his performance.
That's very observant of you, Cabron. Not many people would have noticed a thing like that.
I am always attentive to the ladies, senor. It is my vocation to note what they are thinking and the state of their emotions.
With purely honorable intentions, no doubt.
But of course.
Oh, are you there, Mr. Peters, is it? Have you seen the steward? I simply must send a cable. Where is the steward?
Sorry, ma'am, I haven't seen him. Maybe he's in the galley.
Oh, Lady Waddington, I have been wanting to tell you how much I admire your fur. Where did you buy it?
I beg your pardon. For your information, this is ermine, and it was custom-made for me by the furrier to the court of St. James. Who are you?
Hi, Cynthia Dunn, mistress of Dunland Estate, if you please. I have always admired the culture of the British royalty. Why, Grandfather Dunn was once the escort of the daughter of the 5th Earl of Stratford. They were quite a couple, I'm told. I think it's the romance of royalty. Yes, that is it, the romance. Why, I nearly swooned to hear of King Edward abdicating his throne for the woman he loved. It was like a fairy tale, only I thought it was rather snooty the way they wouldn't let him be king anymore.
Miss Dunn, you obviously haven't the slightest knowledge of what you are talking about. The Duke of Windsor, my second cousin, once removed, acted disgracefully with that Simpson woman, a common trollop who has cast a blemish on the whole royal family. Ever since they forced their way into Parliament, commoners, not unlike yourself, have been trampling the traditions of the crown. Earl of Stratford, indeed. You must excuse me. I am too upset to put up with the likes of you any longer. Good day, Mr. Peters.
Well, la-dee-da. Just who does she think she is, anyway? Well, I always thought those stuffy British were a little inbred, anyway, if you know what I mean.
Let me in! I must send a cable immediately.
Hold on there, Leclerc. You can't go up to the flight deck. No passengers are allowed into that area.
Monsieur Peters, you are a friend of Monsieur Bernard's. Reason with him. I must use the radio to send a message to Paris. It is a matter of utmost urgency.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you tell me about it? If it's so important, I'll see what I can do about it.
No. That would be impossible. It is very confidential, but I must get through to Paris.
I'm sorry, Leclerc. Barnard was very explicit in his instructions to the flight crew. No passengers on the flight deck, period. Why don't you settle down? We'll be back in Baltimore shortly. Your message can wait till then, can it?
This is an outrage. My business is my own affair. Out of my way.
Why is he suddenly so touchy? And what is this mysterious message that seems to be so important?
Pardon me, Lady Waddington. Have you seen Miss Shepherd? She seems to have wandered off, and I do not like the idea of her socializing unescorted. There are men aboard that would take advantage of her trusting nature.
Prince Farouk, I think it is high time I spoke to you about your liaison with that actress. Your family would be most shocked if they knew how you dishonor the House of Farouk with your fast life and cheap women. What would they think if it was known you spent more time at the Club Marti than with your studies at the university?
With all due respect, Lady Waddington, Miss Shepherd does not deserve the ungracious slander with which you besmirch her. She is a talented entertainer and will one day be recognized as the next Garbo. And as for my lifestyle, you are hardly in a position to be casting slurs. Your own antics at the Club Marti would be hilarious if it were not for the disgrace they bring to the British House of Lords. Behold the Tango Queen and her paramour.
Enough, you foul infidel! I won't stand for this any longer. Damn you!